B2W track is easy to use, it's efficient, and the more info that you put in there, you know, the day-to-day, I feel like it just helps us become more efficient as a whole.
They brought in estimate. We had some great success with that, but we're finding that we're missing that production data. What are we actually doing in the field, and how can we tie that back to our estimating department? And that's where we started looking at the track platform.
Before, we didn't have a tracking software.
Each person was doing something individually.
I started using paperwork.
3 separate sheets of white, yellow, and pink.
Some guys were writing hand notes on paper still, on notebook paper. Some of us were using Excel. It was a variety. It was whatever person had whatever idea they had that day. Well, switching to B2W has been great for our company as being uniform in one direction.
My favorite features is how simple it is to use building estimates and then transferring that to the guys out in the field.
Once they started it, then everybody realized how much easier it was to be able to track the quantities, to have the same platform no matter what job, no matter what foreman went to what project manager and what job it was.
All of our foremen use this for their time, for their quantities, track equipment hours, material usage, trucking, writing notes, adding pictures.
So we're really getting a full picture of what's going on day to day.
Sharing that data with the other people that are doing the work so that they can see what they've accomplished as well is real important, and this platform allows that to happen.
And we find the reporting in it, it's just nice, clean, simple to use.
I'm in there every single day looking at the cost summary reports and seeing how our daily performance is.
So it's really easy to have a conversation with a foreman or project manager about their job because we're all looking at the same information.
What's working the best?
How are we looking that day?
Do we add a guy? Do we subtract a guy? Is there an extra piece of equipment needed for that to beat the production?
How you were progressing through that week, how your equipment budget's looking, your labor budget's looking.
Track progression on production account items, tracking items, so we can see, you know, if we're at 50%, 60%, and how that job's coming along.
A lot of our contracts are all itemized, so they range from anywhere from 50 to 150 items that we have to quantify on a daily basis.
Every estimate we get from our customer, who in this case is the DOT, and make sure our quantities are matching what our field guys are putting in every day.
A uniform location to write each quantity down by the foreman in the field, agreed upon with the project manager, with the engineers, inspectors, was a big thing for us.
The crews in the field really find it motivating. They like that feedback.
They'll constantly be in conversations with us saying, you know, how did I do today? Do we meet it? Are we exceeding it? Am I behind? What do I need to do? And coming with different solutions between the office and the field.
We're making them more efficient and having them spend less time on that administrative work, which none of them like to do, and they can do more of the production work that they like to do.
We're constantly pushing them to try different things, and you can see and track exactly how that affects daily performance.